Good morning. How are you guys doing? I know, it's weird. Got a haircut. I also seem to be getting a little sick. Hi. This is future Jared. I apologize. It's been like 2 weeks since I've uploaded a video. And it's because you know how I said just a second ago I might be getting a little sick? Yeah, turns out that was pneumonia, and it kind of kicked my ass a little bit. Pardon my French. I'll probably bleep that out actually. But yeah, no, it was not fun. But I promise to go back to a normal schedule now from now on. It just kind of wiped me out for a minute there. It was not a fun experience. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. So I apologize for not posting a video last week. There was a few things that came up, mostly a lack of motivation. That's the main problem. But this week I am posting a video, and it is going to be The Edge of Sleep, if you couldn't tell from the title. Now I'm going to be honest, I've only seen the first episode. However, there's a reason why you should go and watch this movie. Why you should make sure that this movie, I keep saying movie, this show makes it to the top of the Amazon Watch system. But I'm going to first focus on the review and let you know why you should go and see this without spoilers or without anything that would spoil it too much. So let's just hop right in. So for those of you who don't know, Edge of Sleep is a TV show on Amazon Prime made by Markiplier. And for all intents and purposes, it is a pretty decent, like, concept. I don't know if it's based off of anything. It could be based off of something. I feel like maybe a game or something. I'm not sure. But it has a very interesting concept, and I think if you're into the more suspenseful, the more weird side of horror, like, I'm a huge fan of a movie that makes you question just about everything, about anything and everything when it comes to life, I guess. One of my favorite movies is Suspiria, not the remake, but the 1977 horror movie. I really, really like that movie. I also really like Mandy. I like crazy, weird, fun movies and shows. And this has the projection of being that. Like I said, I've only seen the first episode. However, it really drew me in. And I think it probably will too for most of you. I feel like most of you guys share the same opinion as me at this point. And so that's to get you guys to go watch it. I'm going to tell you a brief concept of the first episode. Like I said, I haven't seen any of the rest of it, so I don't know if it gets it any better, but I've heard that it gets really good. So, concept behind it, basically, if you fall asleep, you die. Hence the name Edge of Sleep, I'm assuming. So it's really good because the main character, who's played by Markiplier, has, I think, insomnia and maybe some schizophrenia type thing. And I can see where it's going because of the mental health problems. And when you don't have sleep for an extended period of time, you start hallucinating. And I can see how this could dive into true horror, and I'm really excited to get this show finished. But I wanted to make this video before I finish the show because you guys really need to go see this. Not necessarily because it is good. It is good. At least the first episode was. But because of the implications it has. As I'm sure most of you are aware, Hollywood has kind of sucked making nearly the same thing every year for the past 6 years, right? It just feels like it's either a remake or another movie in a series. They're not coming up with any fresh or new ideas, or if they do, it's very few and far between when they do it. And there are so many highly talented people on YouTube who could make fantastic movies and shows, and this Markiplier's show, if it succeeds the way that it should, because in all honesty, it is really good, it could open the door for a bunch of other YouTubers, a bunch of other people in YouTube who want to make movies, who have the ability and the talent and the drive to do it, but don't really have the backing. Markiplier, from what I understand, is fighting tooth and nail to get this show out and to get this show to succeed, because he's got a contract with Amazon that if it succeeds and is in the top 10, then he can make his movie Iron Lung. And if that does work, and if his Iron Lung movie also succeeds, I see the Hollywood movie industry changing for the better, because it will allow highly talented, way more talented than I am, but highly talented people here on YouTube to create and write and direct and make movies with a breath of fresh air, right? I genuinely believe that if you guys go and see this movie, if you keep pushing, if you get this movie out, or I keep saying movie, this show, if you get this show to, I want each and every one of you to try and go and see this show and try and get it to number 1. I think it's currently number 4. Get it to number 1, because if we can do that, and if by some miracle it works, not because I have any interest in making a movie or anything like that. To be honest, I genuinely do not believe I am nearly talented enough to even remotely come up to that conclusion. But I know that there are plenty of other people on this platform who could. Wholeheartedly, I believe they could. And I want to see them succeed. And if there's anybody here who has a YouTube channel or wants an easier way to make a movie, this could be the average Joe's stepping stone into the movie franchise or the movie industry. It could be what it was back in the early 2000s when it came to the music industry. How Justin Bieber and a bunch of other YouTubers became huge musicians just by posting music on YouTube. And now you don't really need a studio to make it in the music industry, which is fantastic for a multitude of reasons. But I genuinely believe, wholeheartedly, that if this works the way that I suspect it to work, it could be a repeat of what happened to the music industry, but for movies. And I gotta say, that's a future I would love to see. There are so many different stories to be told, so many different movies to be made, and so many different ideas that are not just the same thing color-coded and or put a number 2 on it. And I'm excited to see what this show can do and what future is in store for the rest of us regular people. And with that, I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to give this show a score of an 8 out of 10. First episode, there were a couple of lines that weren't delivered the greatest, but like I said, I've heard that it genuinely gets really good. And for his first acting, thing, it's really well done. I genuinely believe that it has potential. And yeah, so like I said, 8 out of 10. And go watch this. Please, I beg you, go watch this. You. Yes, I'm talking to you. Go watch it. And, oh yeah, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, I've posted 2 videos in a row that have had very poor reception. So if you're watching this video, I genuinely believe that I would be grateful if you went and watched the other 2 videos. It's on Wild Robot, which is a really, really good movie, and Child's Play, which is also a pretty good movie. So please go watch those. I'm begging, please. And I'm gonna leave it there. You know what? You have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.